So I was asked the question, what if I own a business and I need to get a divorce? And that's a great question. In fact, the couple that I met with yesterday are former clients of ours, and they own a business together, and they've owned it for 7 years, and now they're looking at getting divorced. So first of all, you need to have separate counsel when you get divorced. You can't go back to your prior business attorney. You need to have a different attorney represent each of you. If you don't do that, you're going to run into some ethical problems with your current business lawyer. But essentially what usually happens is the court will look at the business when it was created or when it was purchased. And if it was purchased while you were married, then it is going to be considered a marital asset. If one of the parties owned the business prior to the marriage, the first thing the court will want to know is if there was a prenuptial agreement or ante-nuptial agreement. If there was, the court will likely follow that so long as all the requirements were met. And if there was no prenuptial agreement, then the court will likely give any increase in value of the business to the spouse who did not start the business. If that makes sense, the court will basically do an equitable division of the business. Most of the time, when we do a divorce or we're involved in a business and a divorce, we will have a third party do a business valuation, and we will usually have one of the parties buy out the other party, or we will have the business put on the market and sold, and divide the net equity between the parties, either pursuant to an agreement or do an equitable distribution. These things can be very complex. We deal with electrical companies, we deal with contractors, we deal with restaurant owners, we've dealt with all kinds of business owners in the divorce process. So if you have a question about your divorce and you also have a business, make sure you give our office a call, 801-676-5507. Here at Ascent Law, we will help you with your business in a divorce case. We look forward to speaking with you. Thanks.